You know those short links you see everywhere, on social media, in emails? We click on them every day, but what's really going on behind the scenes? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on a service like URLFi to uncover the powerful tech, the business smarts, and, yep, even the legal rules packed into that tiny little web address. Let's dive in. I mean, really. You've clicked them, you've shared them, you've probably even made a few yourself. But have you ever actually stopped to wonder what's happening in that split second between your click and the page loading? Because there is a whole world humming away in there. And this is the core magic trick, right? On the left, you've got this long, clunky, kind of ugly URL that's impossible to remember and just looks messy. And on the right, a clean, short, simple link. This transformation, this is the basic promise. But trust me, it is just the tip of the iceberg. So yeah, let's start right there with that fundamental idea, the simple promise that gets us all to use these things in the first place. At its most basic, you can think of it like a funnel. It just takes this long, complicated web address and shrinks it down into something convenient and easy to share. That's the foundation. But what happens when businesses need more? What happens when they need to know who's clicking and why? This is where things get really interesting, because that simple tool, well, it evolves into a super powerful service that businesses rely on for way more than just a tidy link. First, just look at the scale. We're talking over 1 million URLs created. Now, that's not just a big number for the sake of being big. It tells you that this is a service that a massive number of people trust to handle their digital pathways day in and day out. But, making the link is only half the battle. The real power move is what comes next. Over 50 million clicks tracked. And suddenly, this isn't just a link shortener anymore. It's a data powerhouse. It gives you incredible insight into your audience. Now, for any business, this is the number that matters most, 99.9% uptime. That's not just some statistic on a slide, it's a promise. It's the guarantee that your links won't suddenly break in the middle of a huge marketing campaign. It's confidence. So, what does this all add up to? Well, you get a whole suite of features that are absolutely essential for businesses today. We're talking real-time analytics, custom domains to keep your branding strong, and a global CDN. That's a content delivery network to make sure your links load in a flash, no matter where you are in the world. And the thing that ties it all together, a developer API. Okay, so let's talk about that API. This is where we get to peek under the hood and see how developers can actually integrate all of URLFi's power directly into their own apps. Before we jump in, let's make sure we're on the same page. An API is basically a messenger. It's just a set of rules that lets one piece of software talk to another one, ask for stuff, and get a response back in a way they both understand. Simple as that. And in the real world, that conversation is like a simple 3-step dance. Step 1, your app sends over the long URL. Step 2, URLFi does its thing, makes the short link, and saves it. Step 3, it sends that shiny new link right back to your app. And the beautiful part is, this all happens automatically in literally the blink of an eye. Of course, sometimes technology doesn't play nice, and that's where these error codes come in. Instead of just breaking and leaving you guessing, the API actually talks back. A 400 code says, hey, you sent me something I don't understand. A 429 is like a polite way of saying, whoa there, slow down a bit. It's a whole language for problem solving. So when you have this much power and this many people using a service, you absolutely need a strong set of rules. And that brings us to the legal side of things, the terms that say what you can and, more importantly, what you can't do. This is the line that matters. It's not just fine print. It's a binding contract. The very moment you use the service, you're shaking hands and saying, yep, I agree to play by the rules. So, what are those rules? Well, they're pretty straightforward, and they're all about keeping the platform safe. The common sense stuff. No malware, no spam, nothing illegal, don't harass people. These aren't just gentle suggestions. They are hard lines in the sand, designed to protect the service and every single person who clicks a link. And the consequences? They are crystal clear. You break the rules, you lose access. Period. It might sound harsh, but it's a totally necessary step to make sure the platform stays safe and reliable for everybody else. Okay, so let's pull all these different threads together. We've seen the simple idea it starts with, the powerful business tools, the slick developer API, and the serious legal rules. What does it all really mean? So in the end, That tiny, innocent-looking link is really just the front door to a deeply complex system. It's this amazing balancing act between high-powered tech, smart business analytics, and a strict set of legal guardrails that keep the whole thing running smoothly and safely for millions of people. And that kind of brings it all back around to us, doesn't it? The platform provides the tools and the rules, sure, but we're the ones actually using it. So the next time you shorten a link, maybe just pause for a second and think about the complex system you're a part of and the small but very real responsibility that comes along with that click.